Hello, this is your host, La Petite Mort, and today we will be talking about the legend of La Llorna. La Llorna originally was a human woman. She came from a poor family, but was known around her village for her beauty. One day, an extremely wealthy nobleman traveled through her village. He stopped in his tracks when he saw Maria. Maria was charmed by him, and he was charmed by her beauty. So when he proposed to her, she immediately accepted. Maria's family was thrilled that she was to be marrying into a wealthy family, but the nobleman's family was extremely disappointed that he was marrying into poverty. Maria and her new husband built a house in the village to be away from his disapproving father. Eventually, she gave birth to 2 sons. Her husband was always traveling and stopped spending time with his family. When he came home, he only paid attention to the sons, and Maria knew her husband was falling out of love with her. One day, he returned to the village with a younger woman and told his sons farewell, completely ignoring Maria. Maria was hurt and angry, and in a blind rage, took her children to the river and drowned them. She realized what she had done and searched for them in vain, but the river had already carried them away. Days later, she was found dead on the riverbanks. In the afterlife, she was challenged at the gates of heaven for the whereabouts of her children. She was not permitted to enter into heaven until she found them. Stuck between the land of the living and the land of the dead, she spends eternity looking for her lost children. She is always heard weeping for her children, earning her the name La Llorona. It is said that if you hear her crying, you are to run the opposite way. If you hear her cries, they can bring misfortune or death. Many parents in Latin America use this story to scare their children from staying out too late or from getting too close to rivers and lakes. La Llorona kidnaps wandering children at night, mistaking them for her own. She begs the heavens for forgiveness and drowns the children she kidnaps. People who claim to have seen her say she appears at night or late in the evenings by rivers or lakes, wearing a white or a black gown with a veil. Some believe those who hear the wails of La Llorona are marked for death or misfortune, similar to the Gaelic banshee legend. Among her wails, she is noted as crying, "Ay mi ojos," which translates to, "Oh my sons," or sometimes, "Oh my children." It is said that when her wails sound near, she is actually far away, and when she sounds distant, she is very near. Donde está mis hijos? Ay, mi hijos. Thank you for tuning in. This is your host, La Petite Mort, and this has been the legend of La Llorona. If you have enjoyed this, please check out the upcoming movie, The Curse of La Llorna. It should be out in theaters April 19th. Hopefully you'll enjoy it as much as I will. Thank you for listening. Shoutouts to Folklore Guitar for his amazing acoustic rendition of La Llorona that you hear in the background of this video. Also, a big shoutout to Dandruff Dan's Donuts for editing this video. A link to both channels will be in the description below.